Hey guys, last weekend I went to a ham fest local here. It was in Columbia, South Carolina. Now I'm not a ham radio kind of guy, but you can always get some good deals on CB equipment at the ham fest. Most of those guys could care less about the CB. One guy had all three of these radios. He was asking 20 bucks a piece for them. I offered him 30 bucks for the stack, no questions asked. He said, fine, take him, get him out of here. He had been being picked on for the I was there for about an hour, and the whole time I could hear people giving him grief about having CBs on his table. But what we have is a Cobra 29 LTD Classic, a Uniden PC76XL, and on the bottom of the stack, don't drop that, we have a Galaxy DX-939. Now, I spotted the Galaxy, and I was pretty sure that Galaxy alone was worth what I offered him, so I don't really care about either one of these. The 29 is a China radio. I already have the antenna connected to it, but well, let me disconnect that. And the power, just to show you the back. It's got a lot of rust on the back of it. As we know, the Chinese radios really weren't that great to begin with. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the real good 29. It's got chrome peeling on it. Alright, let's hook them up. Let's see what they do. We'll do the 29 first because it's right there on top. And probably could have just left it connected and showed you the rust later, but I wasn't thinking. It's there somewhere. There it is. Alright, we're going to need a mic for them too. I did not get any microphones or power cords with these radios. But I have in my collection, I have a couple of these. It's a stock Galaxy mic. It's what would have come with this radio. So once I'm done testing, because these all use the same 4-pin Cobra wiring, this mic will end up getting paired with that radio. But for now, let's connect it to the Cobra. Oh, we have power. Got a segment out though. Yeah, it looks like just the one. Oh, nope. No, that one's supposed to be out. Yeah, just that one. The horizontal one. See, that's supposed to be channel 38, but it's showing 30. Yep, just that one that's out. Alright, do we have any receive? We have no sound coming out. And everything is where it should be. It's for the meter. We'll shut the noise blanker off. CBPA, sometimes that one can be a little goofy, but not this time. Bright dim is. Channel 9 is. Alright, let's try an external speaker. Luckily I came prepared. I already brought out a speaker just in case. Alright, well it does receive. Does it receive anything though? Is there anything to be received right now? There is. Well, not really. Currently I'm only using a one of those little 3-foot no ground base station antennas on this. It's set up in my attic. I use it as a dummy load. Outside, 20 feet in the air, you'll get, with a 4-watt radio, 2 to 3 miles with that antenna. Inside, it's a dummy load. Oh. It receives. Let's try transmit. I have it hooked up to this meter here. Let's put that on 20-watt scale because I know that's not going to go over 20 watts. We're on power and it's on average. And what we have out of that thing, oh, that one's been peaked. It's putting out 8 watts. I don't think that meter reads any swing. But we have an 8-watt key out of that Cobra 29. Well, the 29 works. Oh, kind of. The meter's getting stuck. That might be able to be saved. A lot of times you can save the meters, but I find it easier just to replace it with a new meter. They're not that expensive. Though I don't know if I would put any money into this radio. It's just a Chinese Cobra 29, and it's not in that good a shape. Alright, let's get that one out of the way, and then bring it in close for you so you can see it. It's got a lot of duct tape residue on it all around. The chrome's coming undone here. We have rust in the back. It does work though. It receives and it transmits. Alright, let's set that one aside. And let's try the Uniden PC76XL. This one's actually in pretty good shape. It's dirty, but it's in good shape. These are good radios. And it's the first generation side mic. Where is it made? Made in the Philippines. Alright, let's hook it up and see what it does. I'm going to hook it up first without the external speaker, just to see if the internal one works, or if the radio works. If we don't have any sound like the 29 did, then we'll hook up the external speaker. Place your bets. Well, do not need the external speaker on this one. Let's go up to 6. Got a working meter. I don't know if you can see that or not. It dropped down at 0 when I shut it off. And up to 5 dB of noise. That's typical on the antenna that I have up there. Almost every radio will show 5 dB of noise. I mean, it's a short little no ground antenna that uses the coax as the counterpoise, and it's inside. But we have receive. Unfortunately, the skip is dying off. Just static coming out of that radio also. That one's hooked up to my half-wave ground plane outside. There's no activity at the moment. Let's see if it transmits. We're still on the 20-watt scale. Wow, another one. Whew. This one's keying up at 8 watts. I think it's pretty safe to say that the person that owned these did not run an amplifier. So, all of the display is good too. This one's going to be a nice radio. Yeah, everything seems to work right also. Nice. Alright. The Uniden PC76XL in good working order. Like I said too, that one's in nice shape. Once I clean that one up, that one's going to be a nice radio. Alright, let's put that one aside now. What do we know? So far, we're 1.5 working on 2 radios. Next, we'll try the Galaxy. The Galaxy's in pretty good shape too. It's got a couple of gouges in the chrome there, but the covers are pretty good. It has its normal life marks on it. I don't know what's up with that. It seems like it has a sheet of rubber. It's cut out around the screws. I don't know if that's normal on a Galaxy or not, but this one has it. The faceplate is in really nice shape too. See that? It's a little bit dirty, but it's in good condition. Alright, let's hook this one up and see what it does. I always like to hook the antenna up first, just in case the radio goes into automatic transmit. You know, you send power to it, and it starts broadcasting without an antenna. Then you have even bigger problems than you started with. I know it doesn't happen much with the electronic radios, but the old relay radios it did. Oh, let's get a little stand to prop this up on. Place your bets. Will it work or not? Basically, this is a $10 radio. I paid $10 for this at the Hamfest. No microphone, no power cord. But I bought the 3 radios, $10 each. Here we go. Oh, look at that. This one's actually hearing a little bit of noise outside of the static, but the Uniden was not. How's the display work? You guys can't see her, but I have a an old-timer feline down here at my feet yelling for my attention. Nice. I wish there was some activity right now, though. Alright, now the question is, has it been modified at all? There's no switches added anywhere. And all the original switches still do what they originally did. Nice. Very nice. Oh, look at that too. I don't know if you can see that. It all lights up. All the words that tell you what everything is, they all light up. Ooh, that knob's a little bit bent. Are any of the others? Oh, that one might be. Yeah, RF power output. That one's a little bit bent. Volume's a little bit bent. It took a bump in the face. That's alright, everything still seems to work. What about the talkback? You ready? Let's see if the talkback works. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, Roger beep works too. Let's turn that down a little. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Look at that. Roger beep and the talkback both work. I don't really care for talkback, so we're going to shut that off. Alright, let's go back to channel 6 with my little dummy load antenna up there. It ain't going to bother anybody. Picking up a little bit of South America. Alright, we're going on channel 6, because again, we're not going to bother anybody, not with this thing and that antenna. We're on a 20 watt scale, and this one is putting out about 13 watts. I don't know if you can see that meter or not. Alright, right now it's on 13. I'm going to turn down, the RF output power. I can drop it down to just under 4 watts. I'll put it all the way back up to 14 watts. That's a nice radio too. That's pretty cool. I wonder what it would read on the dosimeter. Oh, should we try it? The dosimeter, that'll give us a peak reading. Oh, let's give it a try. Pretty familiar with rearranging my desk here. This happens quite a bit here. Grant seems to always want to stay right there on the desk, but a lot of other radios end up getting hooked up, just like this one. Alright, let's shut that off. We'll put that on the 100 watt scale. Let me check it. Oh, how about if I turn the radio on first? Again, we're not going to bother anybody on 6, not with 14 watts. It looks like with a whistle, about 20 watts peak. Nope, I was seeing about 300. Yeah, sure, 30. We're seeing about 30 watts peak out of this thing. Let me bring you in close, I'll show you. The Galaxy is now connected to my dosimeter. That middle scale, the middle set of numbers, the ones above the red numbers. Oh. Alright, dead key, it's saying about 8 watts, just like the Radio Shack meter said. I have to unkey while talking, otherwise it's going to start to swing. 8 watts dead key, and wow. Hoo-wee. About 38 watts would swing. Out of the Galaxy DX-939. That's a pretty powerful stock radio, isn't it? How fantastic is that? For $30, we got a great Galaxy. That thing works really well. 38 watt swing. That's nice. 8 watt dead key. And if you're going to use it with most amplifiers, yeah, you'd probably have to knock that dead key down a little. But that swing, even for a box like that, oh, perfect. 38 watt into that. Sweet, but gotta get that dead key down some. The Uniden, also great radio. We didn't check that one on the Dosi, but it was putting out, what was it? It was putting out over 5 watts, I believe. I don't remember already. But it worked. And again, that one's in nice shape. It'll clean up nice. The Cobra 29, I'm just going to consider that one a parts radio. The case is kind of rough. It's rusty in the back. The meter's no good. The display is no good. The radio does work, so we'll call it a good parts radio. But we got 2 good radios. So we got a parts radio and 2 good radios for $30. Alright guys, I guess that's it. I know they work now. I'll label that one as being a parts radio. And I'll remember that these 2 are good. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Alright, I'm back. After I stopped the camera, I went, you know what? I wonder what that 8 watts into that little 2-pill. It has 2 Motorola MRF 455s in that one, which are supposed to be 60 watt transistors. We're on the 1000 watt scale. Let's go ahead and put the 8 watts into it, see what it does to that meter. Well, let's just say it's making it put out more than what the amp is labeled for. I have no idea if it's clean or not, but the amp can take that 8 watts in. Whew, swinging up to way more than it's supposed to. Let's shut it off before we abuse the thing. I had to know.